new study from Common Sense Media shows 70% of teens have used AI companions. Many of them are turning to chatbots for personal advice, emotional support, and help with decision making. Now, this raises concerns about kids building friendships in these online platforms.
Clayton Cranford is the founder of cybersafetycop.com. He's also a retired Orange County Sheriff's Deputy and former school resource officer. So you should really know what you're talking about here when it comes to all this stuff.
I have some experience with this, yes.
Just a little bit. And you've written a book, Parenting in the Digital World.
Yeah.
And it's complicated.
It is complicated. Yeah, we have to look at this in a very different way because we didn't grow up with
At
this.
all.
Absolutely,
as parents, we're the first generation of parents trying to figure this out. So the survey was actually very helpful because it tells parents today that you need to talk about this because the majority of teens have tried these apps where they're mimicking a relationship with them online, where they're chatting with these chatbots. And then the other thing in that study was that 52% said they use it regularly, and a third say they have important conversations.
Well, and you know what concerns me about that is that when I have friends who their kids have tried it, they've watched it, and what they don't like about it is that the chatbot seems to really just enforce all these positive, wonderful things. It's almost like a little ego hit to the child, but that's not real life.
No,
that's not a real relationship.
It's not, and that's the thing. I think there's some benefits where there could be an individual who's struggling with connecting with others, and so that might kind of fill that need. But the other problem is that as human beings, we need love and acceptance. And so
we have to learn how to give grace. We have to learn how to repair. We have to argue with one another in order to do those two things.
This app is all about taking, not giving, and that's the two parts to a relationship. And so what I'm concerned is that kids are focusing on just the taking part, and they never learn the emotional intelligence to give in a relationship. And that's maybe that's one of the things we should be most concerned about.
So what would you tell parents out there? I think obviously parents are concerned about this. What would you tell parents about their children engaging in this activity?
I would say that the age range for this is 17 plus.
Okay.
I mean, when
17 plus.
Yes.
Well, that's a lot higher than a lot of the kids I know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
it was lower.
When you get into these apps, people who've tested them, immediately that app becomes flirty and even takes it into like more of a kind of sexual place, more of a romantic situation, which is wildly inappropriate for younger teens. And I think also parents need to just be talking to their kid. I think one of the problems is that we as parents don't know how to do that. So like my book, every part of my book is about how do you talk to your kid about these things.
And you give some key takeaways at the end of each chapter.
Yes, key takeaways and conversation starters. So you need to be a good listener. Ask your child, why is this important? What are you getting out of this? And have a conversation about it. And then maybe the other thing is open the door. If you have feelings, especially if you're struggling, I'm a place where you can come and look for help. And I think we need to start thinking a little bit differently about our kids because in a survey just last year, 12th graders, 44% said they were lonely every day or most days of the week.
44%?
So 44%. So our kids are kind of struggling with loneliness. So we need to be addressing that at a very basic level.
So we were just showing on the screen some of the potential benefits to these chatbot AIs, and some of is what you're talking about is giving some connection. We also have been sharing some stories, even including today, where schools are using chatbots as a way to help kids kind of in their learning and move forward. So are there real benefits?
Yeah, if we're talking about like a learning, like almost like a tutor kind of chatbot, I think that's a great use of this technology. The other that we're talking about where they want you to have a relationship with this bot, it's because they want your attention. So they're making it very sticky. You don't want to break away from it, and it's free. So obviously they're gathering information about you, and what are they going to do with that? They're going to monetize that. So it's two very different things. The technology is amazing, and we're just kind of seeing the beginning of it. So I think we need to be asking these questions now as opposed to waiting for something kind of horrible happening, and then we're backing up and saying, wait, why do we have this technology in our children's lives in the first place? These are questions we should be asking now.
Sure. And you know, Clayton, if teens are using these platforms and parents obviously can't watch them all the time, right? How can adults ensure that the kids are developing healthy social relationships with kids around them?
Well, I think, again, checking in with your kid and just kind of asking how are things going, but also let's prioritize face-to-face relationships. Like, let's have some screen time, but let's also talk about like, hey, let's go outside and spend some time outside playing. Let's look for some other environments where like maybe it's like, clubs or drama or music or sports. There's other things that our children should be engaging in that make them a more well-rounded human being. So if we just think screens and we let screens do it for us, I think we're going to be, and we are, it's not going to turn out well. We really need to be looking at this differently. Well,
I know a group even in Silicon Valley now dropping their kids off at a park to just let them play. So if the tech people are doing it for their kids to have face-to-face time, I think we should probably all learn from that too a little bit. So,
for sure, yeah.
So thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it. And thanks for bringing the book. I can't wait to get home and read it. It's going to be my new Bible, I think, at home.